Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu outlining 3 possible outcomes for the Middle East in the aftermath of the chaos in Egypt and the surrounding countries. Here's part of his chilling response.
There is still a third possibility, that Egypt would go the way of Iran, where calls for progress would be silenced by a dark and violent despotism.
And that's just one. So, could Egypt really be the next Iran? Our panel is back. You got Matt, Nina, and Ershad. First, Ershad, for you, what do you think is going to happen in Egypt, and how should we be handling it?
Anybody who says this is what's going to happen is either a fool or a liar,
like
day by day. Well, what I worry about is what I will tell you right now is the emergence of a power void, a power vacuum. The regime, the Mubarak regime, is very strategically reaching out to select members of the opposition, including, of course, the Muslim Brotherhood. And the Brotherhood, having been banned for a couple of generations, is hungry for legitimacy and recognition. Therefore, they're accepting the invitation to negotiate, and that will fracture the opposition. Within that fracturing comes a power void, and exactly because the Brotherhood is better resourced and much more well organized than liberal democratic forces, my worry is that they'll gain the upper hand.
Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's my worry, but it's not a prediction.
And Mubarak's been very good at quashing opposition over the years, moderate opposition, so that he can come to the U.S. and say, guess what? It's either the Muslim Brotherhood or me. So that's ringing in everybody's ears. Is it Iran? The difference between now and 1979 is you don't see these charismatic clerics who are leading the protests. The protesters are actually, they're not Islamic fundamentalists. But I think we need to, what this White House is facing is the need to keep Mubarak there just long enough to get legs on some of those opposition organizations.
Issue, but you agree, but they've been scrambling and changing and off base with their special envoy and their State Department. It's been somewhat embarrassing. Matt?
The White House really needs to get it together on this, because this issue is so huge. If Obama loses Egypt, it's going to be like Carter losing Iran in the 70s. He's really got to get a concise message.
We cannot let the Brotherhood come to power right after in the heels of what we allowed Hamas to do in that election. Here's the quote from one of their leaders, a key figure. Their wish for Egypt is a good government like the Iranian government and a good president like Mr. Ahmadinejad. Are we going to just sit back and allow that to happen?
The problem is that if America is seen to be having its hands all over this democratic revolution, then it's not very democratic. We will lose the people as much as they lose us. And things may have to get worse over there before they get better. And honestly, Brian, if that means that we have to wean ourselves off of bad habits like oil, so be it. Let this be a kick in the pants for us as much as for them.
And I'm going to get kicked in the pants if I don't wrap this up. Actually, I have verbally. It's a great debate, great panel. Thanks so much to all three of you for joining us.
Thanks.
Stephen Gretsch?
All right, Brian, thank you very much. Straight ahead, a judge